Hello, it's Esther from Nevada. Now, I hope it works this time. The last time I recorded this, I was just talking to myself for half an hour because I'd hit take a photo instead of record. So I just took a photo of me going, hello, and then I talked to myself for half hour. Oh, God. Okay. My hands were hurting. My hands were hurting from too much knitting. Because I had been making all those hats and cowls and things for the kids. And so I thought, I'll just turn to crochet for a little bit. Just make a little washcloth or something. Anything. Just crochet for a while. It turned into an obsession. I made this big blanket. This is called a corner-to-corner blanket. Now, I only make easy stuff because I'm just a rank beginner. But it's a diagonal thing, so, you start at one corner and it gets bigger and bigger, keep increasing until you have this gigantic triangle. Huge triangle. See if I can get one here. Big triangle. And then you start increasing and it closes it up to a square. So this one turned out to be 43 by 43 inches. And my husband likes it. He uses it on the couch when it isn't being overly warm around here, which it is right now. We're just not having a winter here in Nevada. It's like early spring. We had rain last month a few days, a little rain, little trickles here and there, but no snow. The mountains and the Sierras has a little snow, but we're having another drought apparently. Boo. Last year was so good for water and snow. But this year it's just dry as a bone. I feel sorry for all the animals and the ducks. They sit down by half dried up ponds, bark. Nothing to do. No water to swim in. So that was that one. That was my first one. And I said, I liked that so much. I'm going to make another one. Only this time, I'm not going to keep striping it myself and then having to sew in those ends. I'll use self-striping yarn. So here it is. I've already reached the triangle part. It looks kind of good as a shawl. Oops, strangled myself. Kind of good as a shawl. I don't want a striped shawl. I don't want a shawl at all. I got too many shawls on a blanket. So I finished half of it, and now I'm decreasing. You can't tell already, but I'm decreasing. You decrease at each end, and it turns into a square. And that would be the end of my corner-to-corner blankets for this season. But I didn't want to stop there. No, I didn't. I started doing a just a make-it-yourself thing. Just start crocheting and see what it becomes. And this is going to be a gigantic blanket for our queen-size bed. And this is the border. It's the purple and blue and gold, and then I have a lot of this white, which of course won't be much because the blanket's so wide, but I'm just going to use up all the acrylic I have, and I have quite a bit. And I'll buy more if I need it. But that's, it's only one row singles, one row doubles, but it makes a nice sturdy blankie. All right. And then I saw this great pattern on the YouTube. That's where I'm getting these patterns, is from YouTube. So you can watch the person do it, not just read it. This modern log cabin crochet blanket. Looks like that. Excuse me, looks like that. That isn't a great picture. Maybe there's a better one in here. Well, here's the diagram. It's called the modern because it isn't like a normal log cabin where you have a little square here and then you do this and this and this and this and this and this. This has big giant sections of color. So my centerpiece is this iris color. I'm using Red Heart with Love yarn. And I ran out right there. It's only like 16 inches. And the first square, well, this is the first square, has to be 30 inches long. It's going to be a big blanket. So I went around looking in all the stores, and nobody has this color right now. So I had to mail away for it. So it's coming in the mail. When it comes, I can continue. And I love this stitch. It's different than the corner-to-corner blanket. This is called a seed stitch, and I love it. It's interesting. It's different than the other one. Is a clusters of double crochet. This is all single, plus a chain in between each single, and it just makes a nice thing. And so while I'm waiting, see, there's no more yarn. While I'm waiting for it to come in the mail, I didn't want to forget how to do it, because I would do that. It might take 2 weeks even for them. I don't know when that yarn's coming. So I started another square to keep in practice with that seed stitch. It's so much fun. This color's so cheerful. I love this color. Ooh. I love it. It's like a big orange, or a big papaya. So maybe I'll end up having 2 modern log cabin blankets. I don't know. Or somehow sew them together. Maybe somehow sew them together when they're big, you know. Sew a bunch of these big squares. I don't know. Do a bunch of 30-inch squares. That would make a pretty vast blanket, I would think. Sew them together or crochet them together. An idea. It's fun to create, you know, not just follow pattern completely, deviate. And so I stay up late every night looking at crochet videos on YouTube. I saw last night this beautiful pattern. I didn't print the pattern out. I put it in the show notes, but I didn't print it out. Of a poncho called Raspberry Smoothie. And they called it that because the yarn was those stripy kinds, like my second blanket I'm working on, and it was pink and purple and red, and I don't want that. I don't want a poncho like that. But and it's a drops pattern, a free drops pattern. It's in the show notes. So I just went in my stash and got what I have, and I have a whole bunch of Barocco remix, and I have a few colors. So I'm going to make it this color. This is like a taupey brown, and then blue. Can I? Oh yeah, it's recording. Okay. And so I think it'll just be taupe and blue all the way. I have quite a few balls of each color, and then I have more a reddish and a black that I should make something else like a sweater with or something. That's gonna be pretty, huh? I love it. It's just plain granny square type knitting, or the granny stripe shawl kind of, scarf kind of knitting. But right here in 2 places, you know, even you make an increase, and so it has a point. So that's what makes the points of the front and back will be pointed like a poncho should be. Anyway, like that. I guess I'll just stripe it along. For some reason the taupe is hard to knit with. It's stiff and gets stuck on the needle, but the blue just glides along. So, you know, my inclination is just go blue, but I like them both together. So that'll be pretty for spring and summer. Of course, it's not warm at all. Okay, that's all my crocheting, I believe. But before I did all that, when my hands were still hurting, I made my last knit thing. I made a knit thing. This is the Getting Warmer cowl. I know you've all seen it. It's free on Ravelry. And it's really pretty. People make it in all different kinds of stuff. I made mine in scarfy. Isn't that pretty? Yes, sort of to do. And it's just, it feels good. good. I like Scarfy. It's neat stuff. It's acrylic, Lion brand acrylic. It's like crochet kind of lends itself to acrylic, especially if you're making a blanket, which you want to wash and throw around. But this is I don't think I want to crochet with this. I like this. This is so pretty. It just turned out so pretty. I like the way it's gradated there. Sort of an animal skin look. I love it. So that's all my work I've been doing. All my things. I've been planning something. Now when I get back to knitting, which will be soon, I'm going to make the Alana sweater, I believe. Isn't that cute? A little boxy layering piece. And it has a pocket with a surprise color on it. You know, you put a different color inside the pocket lining. So cute. It's just garter and stockinette. Just cute. I have some more pictures here I can show you. Just wear it over your t-shirt. Your long sleeve t-shirt for the winter. And in the summer, I imagine you could wear it too. That was pretty. The designer's Elizabeth Smith, and she has this company, the Brown Stitch, and she makes lovely classic patterns. Just classic. I love the look, the plain, simple, you know, but attractive, very handsome. I would love making that. I don't know what, I have a lot of DK worsted, DK 220, Cascade 220. It's nice, super wash. I have a dark blue and I have a real pretty pumpkin orange brown color. I could use either of those. And I do have some green. I have a whole bunch of green I should use up someday. It's beautiful. It's like emerald. It's Noro yarn, but it's all solid color. It's all green. It's a pretty green. Gotta use that someday. I've yet to find the perfect project for that Noro, because it does shed and everything. Well, I bought a little yarn. I bought some Penelope. Gorgeous colors. It's almost like sock blank, only it's I don't know why they made it like this sock ribbon. And you undo it like you would a sock blank, and you come out with this wiggly yarn. You make your socks or your shawl or whatever with it. I thought maybe a shawl would be good. I think that would look pretty. I don't know what I'll make. I bought one of these for a friend too. I hope she likes it. Different for sure. So I think that's about it. I have to go to the dentist on Valentine's Day. That's very romantic, isn't it? I have to get my wisdom tooth pulled. I have one wisdom tooth left in their head. Only it's crowded up against another tooth and causing problems. So I have to have it pulled. Then I have to have a crown put on another tooth. And that will happen on Valentine's Day. I had a birthday. January 31st was my birthday, and the moon gave me a gift. The moon gave me an eclipse. It was the big super moon day. Super moon day. And I went out early in the morning at 3:30 in the morning, and I saw the red moon. God, that's beautiful. Wow, when the moon turns red, it's deep red. It's like my shirt, like only more vivid and more, oh. And because there's no sunlight, the moon sort of stands out like 3D, stands out from the sky, from the blackness of the sky. And there's this beautiful curve. Oh, wow. It was fantastic. And then later I went out and looked like about 6 a.m. and I saw the eclipse halfway. So half of the moon was bright white and the other was black, you know. It was leaving. The eclipse was moving off. That was quite a day. Then we went to the movies and saw a Western with cowboys and Indians. I forget the name. Hostels. Good, good enough. Not great, but good. So I love cowboys and Indians and all the nature they show. And then we had lunch, turkey sandwich out in a restaurant, and came home. Had a nice day. People sent me lots of cards and well wishes. It was great. I'm pretty old. Next year I'll be 70. I'm just teetering on the edge of my 60s for a year here. And I'll be 70. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I wish you all the best. And I hope your hands aren't hurting from knitting too much. I hope you're knitting just enough to have all the fun. And I want to say hi to all my friends in Europe. I've been learning lots about Europe. I've been watching videos about history and just travel things about different countries in Europe. Especially the cold, dark ones, like Norway, Sweden, Iceland. But Britain has the best history of all. Oh my God, all their ancient history is beautiful. There's this guy named Francis Pryor that does a lot of the videos, historical. And then there's this other man from Wales that's good. I forget his name. He has long hair like a hippie. He's a skinny little man, long hair. Long dark hair. He's very knowledgeable. I think he's a professor. Most of these guys who write these historical videos are professors. He's very interesting. He knows all about British history. You know, British meaning all the countries were just sort of one amalgamation, or whatever the word is. Very interesting. Oh my God, I love their old houses when they dig up the old places where they used to live. Oh, they're fascinating. They're pretty violent back then, I believe. I believe humans were pretty darn violent. They sort of cut each other's head off for many different reasons. You didn't have to do anything bad exactly to get it cut off. Sometimes the God just wanted you to have it cut off. Oh my goodness. That's a God I could do that. Anyway, it's fun to learn, huh? It's really fun to learn. Okay, well, I'll stop yapping at you. Arrivederci, bye.